With the new year comes the opportunity for a fresh start and the question of what is going to be your New Year's resolution for 2023. So without further ado, idea number 1 is to reuse your offcuts by making cabbage. Often when working on a project, there are lots of cut-out pieces left over when you've taken the parts you need from it. These may well be from cutting out a pattern whilst dressmaking, or the cutaway parts from an applique, for example, but all that fabric usually goes to waste. We suggest you keep a bag of those scraps, and then when you have a good amount, take them with your fabric scissors and chop them up into tiny pieces. This is then called cabbage and can be used as a stuffing for future projects. Cut it up nice and small for a smooth filler, and it can be used for stuffing toys, pincushions, domed fabric buttons, fabric Christmas decorations, or dog beds, to name but a few potential ideas. Idea 2. 15 minutes daily stitching. Could a little stitching time be your mental reset every day? If you have a bigger project on the go, try putting in a few stitches each day to keep the momentum going. This time stitching can be great for your brain and a little downtime, even if it's only for 10 or 15 minutes. Think of it as a journal of sorts. A few minutes to take stock of the day to come or the day that has been, to reflect on how you feel or just to get lost in the kinetic process of doing. Perhaps you've already dipped into this at the end of last year if you did our A Tree a Day Advent Calendar bauble design. If that approach worked for you for the best part of a month in December, there's no reason why it couldn't work even better in 2023. Stitch your way. Just be sure to stitch. Idea 3. 1 hour screen-free stitching once a week. If daily stitching seems like too much of a commitment for you, with all the other things you need to do on a usual day, could you commit to carving out an hour of stitching time once a week? Once settled with a project, could you use this time as an opportunity to also be screen-free and to give your eyes and brain a bit of a break from all the information they're usually constantly receiving? Seems like this one could be a great one as a double whammy. Idea 4. Acquire a new stitching technique once a month. If you need something a little freer time-wise than the previous 2 ideas, could you aim to learn a new technique each month? Pick one of our multiple technique classes and work your way through the project month by month, adding something fresh to your repertoire and keeping the momentum going. For a high bar, the Beaded Coral online class is a great one as it is split into small sections of each technique, so you can practice it and tick each one off once a month. Or if goldwork is more your thing, then you could do the Intermediate Goldwork Jungle online class, which has a similar approach with each area being a different goldwork technique. For beginners, Introduction to Embroidery is taught in this same way, where each section is a different stitch and also would be very achievable. Or if you're a little strapped for cash, why not work your way through our free classes, which are Valentino roses, monogramming one, and lace jewellery for the first few months of the year and see what ideas they may spark. Idea 5. Reduce your waste by keeping a jar of scrap threads. Could you reduce your project waste by keeping a thread jar going? All too often, we are too quick to throw away small-ish pieces of thread and embroidery materials. However, you might find yourself surprised at the amount of times that you only need a very small bit of something you've used before and might be able to harness that from the jar. It's also a lovely way to track your progress through projects as the thread scrap colours that you are producing changes. The layers build up and it ends up looking like a thread version of sedimentary rock. If no occasions come up to harness those small bits of thread into the working pieces, then they can always be combined with your cabbage from idea 1 and used for stuffing. Idea 6. Repair and enhance damaged items with embroidery. At the London Embroidery School, we really feel that embroidery can be so much more than just pretty. Using embroidery to add to the story of a much-loved item makes it only the more precious in our opinion. For that reason, we have a whole section of DIY repair classes that not only look lovely, but also can be used to repair a piece that has more life left in it yet. Matching up the right repair method with your item and its damage is key, but check out the descriptions for more guidance or the DIY videos section of our YouTube channel for inspiration. Idea 7. Use 2023 to tackle that technique you've always wanted to master. Now is the time to take the bull by the horns and delve into a new challenge. Whatever the technique is that you've been side-eyeing for a while, look it straight in the eye, of the needle, and use this year as an opportunity to own it. You will be amongst many people also trying new, exciting, and a little daunting things, so get swept up in the enthusiasm. If you do need more support from wherever you are, we are only a few clicks away to be replayed, answer your questions, or offer advice. And there's always the London Embroidery School Facebook club if you want to join in and chat with other crafters in similar positions to yourself. So, what will you gain in 2023?